Hello, you are tuned into The Encourager, and my name is Nehru. I am hoping that you are doing well as I record this on Monday morning, 12, I believe it's 12:11. Let me check and see. What's the date? Yep, 12:11. And yes, so hope you're doing well, and whenever you're tuning in or you're listening to this, that it finds you in such a state. I just finished a 2.5 hour meditation, and several downloads, but one in particular is that I want to share is allowing others to live the life they want to live. And in order to allow someone to live the life they choose to live, it takes a lot of strength to do that, to allow someone else to live the life they choose to live, regardless of how you perceive that lifestyle. If you perceive it as detrimental to them or harmful to them or to their family or to their children or to their occupation or their job or what have you, allowing others to live the life that they desire to live. So how do you know the life that someone desires to live? Well, to me, that's pretty simple. You just look at their choices. So someone whose life is consumed with consuming things that are not good for them or things that are toxic for them. So, for instance, someone who drinks alcoholic beverages every day, and there's nothing wrong with having a beer when you come home from work or having a glass of wine when you come home from work. That used to be often how I would wind down, is I would have a glass of wine at the end of the day. That's just how I was. Maybe even 2 glasses. It's just how I was, you know. But today, I don't even consume alcohol like that. So I don't need a glass of wine at the end of my day or what have you. And so, but allowing people to live the life that they want to live is allowing us all to be who we are in the moment that we are that person. Because you can't be any more mature in the moment than you are. So, yeah, we can't be something that we currently are not. Again, a very simplistic example is the 5-year-old that wants to drive your car. They don't have the wherewithal, they don't have the comprehension, they don't have the coordination, they don't have the physical abilities, for instance, height, right, necessary to do those things at that time. So in that case, allowing that child to be a child. I remember growing up, I grew up way too fast because for the first 11 years I lived with the woman whose name is Judy, and she, we were kids, but she had her own challenges, as a young adult back then. She's only 18 years older than I am. So you could certainly say she had me when she was young. She was just a teenager herself still. And so allowing someone to to be who they are. See, I wasn't, and this is nothing against her. She felt like she needed a man of the house, and the sperm donor left. He went into the military, and got married. And so she didn't feel as though she could allow me to be the kid that I was at 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. She had to give me a key and make me responsible for my brother and sister. She would ask me how to spend the food stamps, what she should wear. So I had to grow up fast. So I wasn't allowed to be the kid during those ages. Now, when I moved with Kevin, he told me that he did want me to be a kid, and he did want me to laugh and play because he could see that I was a very serious child. And that was from having to grow up so fast and be the man of the house. Thankfully, I didn't need to be the man of the house because he was something of the house. He was the king of the house. He wasn't the man of the house. And a king is a taker, by the way. A king is not a giver. So anyone who's walking around talking about they're a king, I would pay attention to their actions, and you will find out that they are probably a taker. They are not a giver. So free people from your space. It all had to come back to you. Free yourself from trying to control others. Free yourself from somehow, however you do it, energetically, telepathically, mentally, emotionally, trying to get others to do or live the way you desire. Because one of the things that I constantly stress on this channel is the purpose of the channel, and that is for complete spiritual independence, ultimately, okay? Because that is the only way that we can be our truest, purest, highest versions of ourselves possible. It's not possible to be that and follow man. You need to have your own individual relationship with Most High, because Most High is not going to tell you what your purpose is, what your will is. He's not giving you all those details through a man or a woman. He's giving you those details directly from him. Because there are some things that he does not want the enemy to know. And not everyone's an enemy. But people can turn enemy, and they can turn quick, especially if they find out the greatness that you were created for. People can get ugly. Okay? And your best friends, your closest friends, can turn on you when they find out what your purpose is, or find out how anointed you are to do a specific something or a certain thing. Okay? So if we'll release those people but allow them to live as they are. So if they want to live lawless and continue to break spiritual laws, continue to live karmically, then allow those people to do that. Okay? Your adult sons and your daughters, they want to disrespect you, dismiss them. Dismiss yourself from them. Okay? And sons, daughters, your parents, they don't respect you. They show up to your house whenever they want to, and you didn't give them permission. You constantly tell them that they need to call first. Fire they ass. You don't have to talk to them. They gave birth to you, but they have no authority in your life. They gave the sperm, but they have no authority in your life today. Okay? They have only the authority you give them, and that's for everyone. The only authority anyone ever has in your life is the authority you give them. Okay? So if you give no one authority in your life, but you are the supreme authority in your life, then that means all of the decisions and choices that you make are your own, and they're not manipulated or influenced, certainly not negatively, by others. You can take advice, but you only have to listen to that. You don't have to actually follow it, right? And so be free to allow other people, everybody, to live as they are. Let them live as they are. They want to lie. They want to be heathenistic. They want to deceive you. Learn your lesson and just know that they choose to live that life. That's the way they are, and walk away from those individuals. Because if we try to fix people, how many women have tried to fix men and have fallen into the hole? That's a bad mistake, women. Do not try to fix anyone. Anyone. If that's what you're trying to do, I encourage you to stop. You're not going to fix him. You are not. Only he and Most High and his angels can do that. You cannot fix him. You can show him all the principles. You can show him a map of his life. You can show him what the drug dealing's doing to him. You can tell him what the extra sexual affairs are doing. You can show all that. It doesn't matter. Don't try to fix him, women. Don't try to fix her, men. If she want to run the streets, she want to have multiple men, she want to keep her legs open, let her. Leave her alone. Let her stay there and, I don't know, be the neighborhood 7-Eleven. Let her. Let her. And walk away. Because that's a lifestyle they are choosing. They chose that lifestyle. So, they want to keep letting people, she want to keep letting people drive up in her. Men, don't try to rescue them. Walk away. Walk away. Okay? Walk away. You are not a savior. You are responsible for yourself. You know how many times you've reached out to try to help them, men and women. You know how many times you've reached out. They keep calling. You keep going back to help them. You are not their savior. Walk away. Allow them to live the choices and live the life they desire. You do not have to be a part of it. You might think you do because you have kids together. You might think you do because you have been together for so many years. You might think so because your parents get along or your families get along or you grew up together or you lived down the same street or went to the same school or you were king and queen at prom, whatever it is. Nope. Guarantee you, allow people to live the life they want to live because you need to be focused on yourself to live the life that you want to live. And that is always the life that is the highest, purest, truest version of yourself. Okay? That's the life Most High has for you. Okay? So, this quick message is, I guess, what I've come on to share. So, be of good courage, and know that if you are on your road to enlightenment, then you are on the right road. If you are still feeling condemned, if you are still feeling burdened, if you are still feeling isolated, if you are still feeling cut off, if you are still feeling anger, if you are still feeling hate, if you are still feeling jealousy, if you are still feeling envy, if you are still feeling depressed, if you are still feeling sadness, if you are still feeling anything other than joy, peace, and unconditional love for man. Again, for man. Where you direct that love is that's our own choice. Okay? But agape love is for everyone. Wherever you spend your time and who you give your love to specifically, that's a choice. Okay? But agape love is for all and unconditional love is for all. But don't allow your love to come without boundaries, okay? Don't allow your love to be that 7-Eleven, okay? So, thank you so much again for tuning in. You've been tuned in to The Encourager, and my name's Nehru. Hope to share with you again soon. And thank you so much. Again, loving yourself is the most important thing you can do today. So take time out to do that. Talk to you soon.